Yeah, so excited to start the season off. My great friend Corky, this is my favorite meet. I think it's our 9th annual, and so couldn't be more proud to keep honoring him and to bring the teams that we have coming. It's going to be an exceptional meet.
So who are some of the teams that are coming, and what makes their appearance so early in the season? It's a short season, but what makes their appearance so early important?
Yeah, I think our facility speaks for itself, and these teams want to really come and get on our facility. So, we've got Texas and Texas A&M, and we've got TCU and Baylor and ourselves, and then we've got Arizona State that I know of on the P4s. That are really an exceptional group, and then we've got all our junior colleges that normally come. We've got Division II, West Texas A&M and Angelo State. And then Abilene Christian, bunch of mid-majors. I think there's 22 teams. There's just so many good people in all of it that I think all the events are going to be strong.
What makes having all these teams and pushing your team early helps you see what you have for later in the season?
Yeah, it's real important. I mean, we're going to be thrown to the fire right off the bat. Some people say you want to ease into it, but we don't have much opportunities but 5 times to qualify for nationals, and so you've got to utilize this first meet. So even this week, with the P4s coming, and next week we've got the same thing for just a one-day meet. It's just so important. We're going to get some people qualified for nationals this week, and that's what we're looking for, and some good marks. And so you've got to be top 16 by the end of the conference meet to make the NCAA, and so hopefully we get several of them this weekend.
How important do you think it is to have these high-level athletes come here so that your athletes are good people to race for qualifying times?
Yeah, as I said, throwing them to the fire early, but I think it gives you a reality check of just how good the country is in certain events, and you're going to have to really be on your game. And I think it sets a precedent of a mindset of how we prepare and how you better prepare. There'll be prelims in the 60 and the 200 where you better be ready to go in the first round, which is just like the conference meet and the national meet. So it's a great learning situation for our young kids, and our veterans know it. But I think that's what's going to be really good. This is a learning process, and so it'll be really good for the youngsters to get in the fire early.
So let's break down both men's and women's. What's the strength of the men's and what's the strength of the women's this year?
Well, to be honest, I think from about the 3,000 down on the men's side, we are just real balanced team. If you look at our sprinters, 60 hurdles, 200, 400, 800, mile, maybe up to the 3K, we have something in everything. Then you go to the shot put, the pole vault, the high jump, the long jumps, triple jump. We have something there. I really believe in having a team, and if we can be balanced, I just think you have more opportunities to be able to score. And so I think on the men's side, definitely just having a real balanced team is what we're looking for, and I think what we have. On the women's side, we're probably a little bit more loaded in the high jump and in the long jump and the triple jump and the field events and the hurdles. We're really good there. I'm very hopeful we're going to have a good 4x4 relay this year that I think will add to that. But we don't have a lot of distance on the women's side, so we're a lot more 800 down, pretty much on the women.
You guys have been doing really good in recruiting so far. The ones that stand out to me are Jake and Tate. What do you think why do you think they want to come to Texas Tech?
Well, I think winning 2 national championships in the last 5 years, 4 Big 12 championships, in the men's side, especially in the last 4 years. I think they've seen our sprint program and our hurdles program here, and I think we were lucky, that they both, Jake moved to San Antonio to train with Tate, so they're both in Texas. We had been following Tate for a long, long time, and so Coach Robinson had really wanted him he said, I found the great one when he was a sophomore. And so I think just our program, the culture that we have and how we built it up and had the opportunity, winning helps. And I think they were looking for a winning program, but they also love the culture we have.
You think signing Jake before Tate may have helped convince him a little bit?
Oh, I think it definitely helped. They wanted to go together, but I think Tate knew where he wanted to go. He just was waiting to sign on January. I'm not sure why, but that was his idea.
And then why do you find it valuable to still recruit high school athletes whenever you could just go to the transfer portal?
Yeah, it's a good question because we actually signed more high school kids this year than I ever dreamed we would, but we were getting some of the very best ones. And I really want to have some high school kids on the team and not just be all portal. It's getting harder and harder not to do that. But when we can get the best, like Jake and Tate, and we've got some, we got Spencer Van Orden, he's 51 quarter hurdler in high school. Those are all junior marks. We got some of the very best kids in the country. Well, then we're going to take time, and if we got to wait a year on a couple of those kids to really help us, but I think all of those, when you're best in your event in high school, you're going to help us immediately at conference level. You may not be a national kid for the second year, but that's what was different about this class.
Getting funny air back indoor and outdoor both.
Yes.
When did you find that out?
Well, we did a waiver for her. I would say it might have been December. It was kind of late. End of 1st of December or end of December, we got word back that they gave it back. She had run one time, and they were taking that whole year away, but she didn't run the rest of the year. And so they looked at that, and we had medical documentation. Our trainers did a great job, and they gave the year back because she only ran one race.
Was she still here in school? You said if you found it out at midterm, was she still here?
Oh yeah, she had an outdoor. She just didn't have an indoor.
Didn't have the indoor. Okay.
What can you tell me about who we're going to talk about next? Tamia.
Who? Oh, Tamia. I didn't see her over there. I'm just thankful she's not a senior. So yeah, she's just a junior. So that's the greatest thing. And we got her coming back, our NCAA runner-up. No, I'm excited for her in the long jump and the triple jump this year. She's stronger. She's more mature. She's experienced, and I'm looking for her to have a great year. Just really proud of her.
So who is the one athlete that we may not know about yet, but we should keep an eye out for?
Wow, that's a tough one. I have a lot of new freshmen, and I think it's going to be interesting. Daniel Clark in the hurdles, he was 12.96 in Jamaica, but that was the number 1 or 2 in the world ever in the high school high hurdles. And I'm really excited to see how Daniel's going to acclimate to moving from 39-inch hurdles to 42-inch hurdles. But he is a talent, and so I'm anxious to see how he's going to do. That might be somebody to kind of watch over as the month goes on and as we progress through the season.
And on the women's side?
On the women's side, man, we've got a lot of new people too. I don't know. I'll be honest. She's not going to compete this week, but Ruda, who tore her Achilles, coming back from that, I think that's going to be something I'm going to be watching for to see how well we can get her back by the Big 12 championships. She will probably jump next week and definitely will jump at Arkansas. She's been doing fantastic, so I'm real excited and really hopeful to see how well she comes back.
Does Nationals being in Fayetteville affect how many times you guys go there this season?
We're going to go once to get used to it, yes, and that's exactly right. We love staying at home, and we think we have the best facility in America. But I think with these younger kids that are talented, that are going to make nationals, you need to get on a different facility. When you have the best warm-up area in the world here, and you go to a meet like that and they don't have quite the good warm-up, and there's obstacles in your way, I think it's a learning situation, and you got to learn to warm up not as good as you have it at home. And so we just get spoiled being at home. It's the best place. We have the best warm-up. They can come 2 hours before their event, be in their bed before they get here. And so we need to put them under a little stress, and that's what the Arkansas meet's about, and also getting on that facility.
I noticed Big 12 named a couple of indoor track and field athletes of the week today, and I think you sent a few people to a meet in December, is that right? Or at least it was on the schedule.
Yeah, Titus went. I believe Titus really was the only one that wound up going, and he ran a 5,000. But he didn't qualify, but ran a really good time. I think he ran 13:40 something. Took 13:20s to make it right now. But we'll drop him down. That's not his best race, but we thought that he could qualify there. And we'll run him in the mile and the 3K. And we're going to try to, at some point, probably about a month away, we're going to try to run a national qualifying DMR. So that would be an opportunity for him to get on that too.
Who are guys who are possibilities for that?
Well, Titus definitely, and we have a new 800-meter runner, Stephen Mutai, who's run 146, that would probably have an opportunity. Bikadu, who ran cross country, probably would run a 1200 leg, him or Stephen. And then we've got, two 44 quarter milers, one of them we can put on there. But I think those three guys, and then we've got Luke Bone, who also ran 146.8 in high school. He will be fighting to get on that DMR also with them.
I think looking, researching, Brian Tanega ran 44.67, which is faster than Gil Roberts' school record. At least
Yep,
what Gil ran.
that is true. Now, Brian Tanega ran 44.67 at their trials, I believe, outdoors, of course. But yeah, he's special. We probably won't run him this week, but we'll run him next week, I think. He's never run indoors, so it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Asking about that meet in December. Have you ever thought about posting anything earlier than what's your?
We've always wanted to, but we have a school policy that's finals week every year, and they don't allow us to have a competition during finals. So they allowed one student to go if you're done with finals, and that's how Titus got to go. But having it here, you'd include everybody, and that's why it's been tough for us to do it.
So the NCAA start date is what?
December 5th, I believe, is that weekend. And then you can qualify from then till end of the conference meet.
A lot of those early meets are especially distance heavy. Was that something you guys would do here, or would it be more sprint focused?
It's always the only reason they do that, they've just come off the NCAA cross country, and those guys are in great shape. So then they rest them a week, and then they run that meet. And I don't like it because those kids are running real fast in December, but they not necessarily will run that fast in March. And it's a little bogus to me, but you almost got to go and qualify there if you're going to qualify.
Is that why you guys just sent one athlete?
We will go back in Boston again in February, and we may run like Titus in an individual 3K or something, but we'll try to run a DMR also.
Which meet in Boston?
I can't remember, but it's the 14th, I believe, of February. Valentine, yeah. I believe that's it. Yes. About a month away.
Questions? Have you, Coach?
All right.
Thanks, Coach.